Did you know Abraham Lincoln was not just a president, but also a wrestling champ? And Mars has blue sunsets, not your usual orange. Meet Mike the Headless Chicken, who lived without a head for 18 months. Ever heard of Robert Wadlow, the giant who was 8 feet 11 inches tall? And is it true that men and women poop differently? Get ready for a ride with these incredible and surprising facts. Ever wondered about Mars? Its sunsets are uniquely blue, not what you'd expect. Yeah, that's correct. On Mars, when the sun goes down, the sky doesn't turn orange like it does on Earth. Instead, it becomes this cool shade of blue. This happens because Mars has a really thin atmosphere made mostly of carbon dioxide. When sunlight hits that atmosphere, it scatters in a way that makes everything look blue during sunset. Picture standing on the Martian surface, watching as the sun says goodbye and the whole sky turns into this beautiful blue. It's like a magical painting. The thin air on Mars creates a different kind of sunset with calming blue colors instead of the warm ones we see on Earth. So on Mars, when evening comes, it's like being in a serene blue wonderland, a unique and captivating sight for anyone lucky enough to see it. Did you know cheetahs can hit 60 miles per hour in seconds? Imagine this. They can run as fast as a race car, hitting speeds of up to 60 to 70 miles per hour in just a few seconds. It's like they have a rocket in their legs. Unlike lions and tigers, they don't roar, but make cute sounds like purrs and chirps.
They're big girls.
Cheetahs love to eat animals like gazelles and impalas. They use their super eyes to spot these animals from far away, and then they go zoom to catch them. It's like they go from 0 to 60 miles per hour faster than your favorite sports car. But here's the sad part. There aren't as many cheetahs as before because people are taking away their homes and causing problems for them. We need to make sure these speedy superheroes stay around. Cheetahs aren't just fast, they're a crucial part of nature, helping to keep things in balance. So cheetahs are not just fast, they're like the cool, speedy superheroes of the animal world, and we need to protect them. Did you know that the great President Abraham Lincoln was once a wrestling champion? Yeah, you heard it right. Abraham Lincoln, the famous American president, was actually a great wrestler when he was young. Back in the 1830s in Illinois, he became known as a wrestling champion. He was really tall, 6 feet 4 inches, and very strong and quick. Even though he didn't have much training, Lincoln was skilled and never played dirty in his matches. There's a famous story about him wrestling against Jack Armstrong, a tough guy. They had a fight in 1831, and Lincoln, who believed in doing what was right, won the match, and people respected him even more. This part of Lincoln's life shows that he was not only a great leader, but also a talented wrestler in his youth. It's a cool story of his early days that not many people know about. So besides being a president, he was once a wrestling champ. Did you know the Mona Lisa's hidden secret? Amazingly factual. The Mona Lisa, painted by Leonardo da Vinci, has a quirky detail. She doesn't have any eyebrows. Imagine that one of the most renowned paintings in the world, and the lady in the portrait is browless. But here's the fascinating part. It wasn't a mistake. Da Vinci purposely chose not to paint eyebrows on her. Some art detectives think it could be because back in the Renaissance days, it was trendy for women to shave their eyebrows. So Da Vinci might have wanted to capture that stylish vibe. Another idea is that he left them out to make her expression even more mysterious. Whatever the reason, the missing eyebrows had an extra dose of curiosity to the Mona Lisa's enigmatic smile. It's like Da Vinci left us with a puzzle to solve every time we look at her. Can you believe there was once a chicken who lived an astonishing 18 months without a head? Get ready to be amazed. Once upon a time in the 1940s, there was this chicken named Mike who did something super weird. He lived a whole 18 months without a head. So what happened was a farmer tried to chop off Mike's head with an axe, but oops, it didn't quite work. The farmer accidentally left a bit of the chicken's brainstem, and guess what? Mike didn't die. Instead, he carried on doing chicken stuff like pecking for food and even trying to crow, all without a head. Now, imagine the town's reaction. They were totally amazed and amused. They started calling him Mike the Headless Chicken. It became such a big deal that people from all around came to see this headless wonder. The farmer, realizing he had a star on his hands, turned Mike into a sideshow attraction. Can you believe it? A headless chicken making money. But here's the cool part. It's not just a funny story. It shows that animals, even without a head, can be surprisingly tough and adaptable. Mike's tale is like a real-life fairy tale, proving that sometimes the craziest things happen when you least expect them. What if I told you there was a giant who walked among us, reaching a jaw-dropping height of 8 feet 11 inches? You heard right. Imagine a real-life giant. The tallest person ever recorded was Robert Wadlow, standing a mind-boggling 8 feet 11 inches. Born in 1918 in Alton, Illinois, he had an overactive pituitary gland, making him a giant. Despite the challenges, Wadlow became the tallest man in history. His huge shoes were a size 37 AA. Even with his immense height, he carried himself gracefully and became known as the Alton Giant. Wadlow faced struggles but embraced his uniqueness, traveling as a goodwill ambassador. His story is a reminder of the incredible diversity in the human experience. This giant's legacy lives on, inspiring us with the tale of his extraordinary heights. What if I told you 1927 was the year Pho Farnsworth made TVs a reality with electricity? Get ready to be surprised. Back in 1927, a guy named Pho Farnsworth rocked the world by creating the very first electric TV. Just imagine the buzz when people saw moving pictures on a screen for the first time. It was mind-blowing. Farnsworth wasn't just inventing a gadget, he was giving families a front-row seat to a new kind of entertainment. Think of it like this. Before Farnsworth, TV wasn't a thing, and suddenly, it was everywhere. It was like magic, turning living rooms into mini movie theaters where everyone gathered. Farnsworth's invention wasn't just about pictures on a screen. It was about connecting people through shared stories and news. This TV of his, it wasn't just a box. It was a game changer, laying the groundwork for the crazy variety of shows and channels we have now. Fast forward to today, and you can thank Pho Farnsworth for starting the whole binge-watching revolution. Did you know that men and women poop differently? It's true. Men and women have their own unique styles when it comes to going number 2. You see, ladies generally have wider hips, which can influence the way they do their business. Meanwhile, guys have a longer path for things to travel. It turns out, these small differences in our bodies mean that the bathroom experience can vary between men and women. So next time you're pondering the peculiarities of human biology, remember, even the way we poop has its own fascinating distinctions. Our bodies are like a personalized instruction manual, each with its own interesting quirks and features.